What's up, guys? This is Chronic Rush HD, and welcome to episode 69 of my FIFA 13 Road to Gold Around the World series. Welcome back, guys. As you can see there, the tray pole just having a quick look at, and we're going to be moving into the third round. I think it's the quarterfinal of the Silver Shield, and hopefully we can go to the final, which would be fairly nice indeed. But we'll take time to find an opponent. We do eventually find an opponent, come against this guy, and he's got a Silver League slash Championship squad with the most hated player, Juve, there as the centre forward. But Alan here goes on an attack straight from kickoff and manages to go solo, to make it 1-0 just straight from the game. That's probably the fastest goal I've ever scored. But Jonathan Soriano here, nice work there to find some space, find Alan, nice step over there. Player had no chance, and this game I decided to do a bit more skill. I'm not too sure, and this guy couldn't really handle it too much. He can't hang, but we're going to go into the 28th minute here, and unfortunately my centre-back just doesn't lose the ball, just loses the ball too much, and it falls straight to Kazam Richards to make it 2-1. Then Trimmel here, some fantastic work. That's a fantastic goal by him in the 35th minute to make it 3-1. And this game looked basically mine. That's what you want, a decent start, and Hoffman there just to make the score in 4-1 in the 36th minute. He then goes straight from that kickoff, and I just didn't tackle whatsoever. I was still too busy marking my CDM, and McCormack there makes it 4-2, and here Whittingham gets the ball, and a nice easy save from my keeper. Oh Jesus. And yeah, that was a very frustrating goal. I thought I had my players, every time you seem to roll the ball out, never roll the ball out like that. Always roll it really push the A button so hard, because every time you roll it like that, all the players seem to move, and it just happens to fall to his player. But Kazam Richards there made it 4-4, and Juve here gets a shot blocked, goes out for a corner, loving the hair, not. But Whittingham is going to whip this ball in, and Titus Bramble is titles, guys, but I'm just calling it Titus. But that made it 5-4, and this game looked all mine, and then I nearly choked it, but Alan here blast that near post, and my voice keeps cracking. I'm not too sure why. I think it is maybe because I've done 5 of these episodes in a row. But he's going to head that home, Anton Ferdinand, to make him win again. 6-5. We then move to the dying embers of the game. Trimmel here picks the ball up, and basically what I was trying to look for is just an easy pass or a penalty. What happens? He rushes in with my centre-back. I saw that Kai rushing in, turn my back, and he just takes my player out, and we're going to get a penalty in the 90th minute. The pressure I was going for was unbelievable. I was sweating so hard. The controller was shaking, and all I had to do was put this in just to move in to the extra time. But we're going to blast that in, and that is going to make it 6-6. We move on to extra time, and look how bad I choked this game. Look at this. It's Jonathan Soriano. Bang, miss. Bang, miss. I should have scored both of them, but that made it, and straight to the end. We're just going to whip this in. And that was the game finished there. So we're going to have to move on to penalties. And you guys know what I'm like on penalties. So Alan here is going to pick this ball up. And that is just a fantastic penalty from me to make it 0 penalty to me. Here Kazim Richards is going to pick this one up. And he does exactly the same. So I thought I got a lucky there. And Jonathan Soliano here is going to get this penalty. And he's going to go and save that. Which is just luck of the draw. 50-50, right or left. Or well, you could say 33% because you got middle as well, but he goes and scores his, so he's 1-0 up. Hoffman here, he's going to put that middle, and that made it 1-1. Juve here, and that was a nice penalty from him. I had no chance there in the keeper. Savento here, right down the middle, a fantastic save from his keeper. So we went and lost the we went and lost the penalties, and that was again a game which I basically choked. I could have so easily won that game / got into the next round of the cup, and that was just such bad by me. I was 4-1 up and ended up losing the game. I got 6-6 and ended up choking in extra time and also in the penalties. But that means we're going to end up selling all this squad and moving on to the Raiffeisen SL, or the Switzerland League, or the Expo Super League. It keeps changing names, but we're going to quickly sell all the players. I'm just going to leave the ones who I'm not too sure on the prices out and just send them to the trade pile. You always want to make sure you get the right amount of coins. At first I was going to call it the Expo Super League, then it didn't really fit, so I just put leg. And then I went into the trade pile, auction market, sorry, and I just couldn't find it. And then I realised, oh, it's not called that anymore. It's called that one there, the Raiffeisen SL, which was confirmed by that player called Fry with the FC Basel squad. And so I just quickly rename it. And I think now the actual auction market, or auction search, or auction, whatever you want to call it, and it's actually being changed now to the transfer market, which is going to be nicer for us to say in terms of commentators, just because auction's a bit odd. In a sense, you don't really relate auction to FIFA, to football. You more likely relate transfer, to FIFA. But we're going to pick up some players. We're going to play 3 at the back as well, because this league here has got some very nice centre backs indeed, especially Silva as well. We've got this player, that goal one you just first saw, the Von Bergen guy. He's got 2 cards out. He also plays in the Serie A. We've got this Dragovic guy, plays for FC Basel. He's a fantastic player indeed. And we've also got this player here, Gingsagan, Netherlands player. Plays for Ep69, and I picked him up for 1,900 coins in a fairly similar formation, so wasn't too bad. The 3-4-1-2 formation is not a bad formation whatsoever. You just have to get the right players in terms of work rates and stuff like that, and also the centre-backs. They have to be fairly pacey centre-backs, and you've also got to have fairly pacey strikers as well, because you kind of need the over-the-top balls. You've also got the through balls. You kind of rely on the attackers to get the goals. It's not the most defensive formation, but we're looking for a right mid here, and we're going to pick up this player called Dagan, and we're going to pick him up. I think we pick him up in for 550 coins in the 3-4 something, so he's going to get a decent amount of chemistry there. We also need to pick up some more players. We've got the main defence, bulk of the defence done. We've got centre forward to go and pick up, and we're going to pick up this Silver player here, the 5-star skiller. I'm not too sure on the nation. I think it is Tunisia. Tunisia, I'm not too sure. I'm probably messed up that pronunciation completely, but I'm going to have a quick look here because I've got the internet open up to the side. Yassine Chikawawi, he plays for Tunisia. So I was fairly similar, I just couldn't get the name out. But that is a centre forward done. We've also got to pick up Fly, the FC Basel Switzerland centre mid. He has no relation to Alexander Fly, the legend of a striker, who we're not actually going to pick up in the squad. The problem is he's just way too slow. He's got like 70 pace, 67 pace or something, so that's why I didn't really pick him up. But we've got 2. I think we still got a centre mid to go and pick up. We go and pick up I'm not too sure. I think Fry's work rates. I wasn't too sure where to pick Fry up, but I then realised he's kind of all well rounded across the board, and he's got some decent work rates of attack and medium defensive, which I kind of thought was probably best because my other centre mid, this player here, has both got, I think he's both got like low work rates, like defensive, or he's got medium, so he's obviously going to be sitting back a bit more, while the other one's going to be more attacking, which I think works quite well with the squad. We've still got the 2 strikers and the left mid, and this is the only problem with this league. They've got no strikers whatsoever. That was kind of hard to find. As you can see, they had like a couple, and they were fairly low rated, which wasn't too good. But there's this player here, I'm not too sure, Gund, I'm not too sure, but he used to play in the Eredivisie League, and I've used him in one of my hybrid squad builders before, and he's actually a fairly decent player, but luckily he's transferred to this league, because I would be so stuck in terms of strikers. But I'll just go and put him up there as a striker in the 5-2-1-2, so he's going to get a decent amount of chemistry. When it comes to looking for players, if they're not in the right formation, wait a bit for like an hour or something, if you don't need them too quick. Or in my case, just wait for players to go for similar formations. And if you don't want to check through the formations, like putting in the players, if he's not right, like trial and error, just think of it logically. If you've got, say, the 4-3-1-2, that is obviously going to, if you're going for a striker or a centre forward, if you've got the 4-3, no, I don't think the centre forward would get too much. I'm not too sure on that one, but if you're going for a striker with the 4, say you're going for the 3-4-1-2 formation, and there's none in the right formation, just look for something with 1-2 on the end of the formation. So 4-3-1-2 or 5-2-1-2, because he's going to get the orange bar chemistry just because it's a fairly similar formation. Just think of it logically. If you want to save time in trial and error process of trying to figure out what formations work, you probably could search on the internet if you wanted to speed it up, but I'm not too sure what you could search for that. But I'm just going to quickly put some subs in, and then we're going to go into the games. I don't know why I do this. I've done it always like from FIFA 12 and FIFA 11. You guys did it as well. You always wanted the bronze bench just to lower your rating. But I always seem to do it in this game, even though it does not matter whatsoever because it's not based on rating anymore. But single matches are back, guys, in FIFA 14, which is a very nice addition to the game. I don't know why they removed it. I think they should have done single matches and divisions and online tournaments. And I think maybe the offline divisions one... maybe take them out, but I think more options are probably better. But we're going to go on to the good old kit and badge selection, and there's some fairly kits, like in terms of, I'm not too sure, some like that pink one I was thinking on, then I thought, nah, I don't really like it. And there's some like kits where it's kind of hard to decide. Sometimes you get some kits where it appeals to you straight away and you want to go and pick up that black and white stripe one. I'm not too sure why I picked it up. Thinking about it now, I don't really like it too much just because there's a massive logo on front, so I may go and change it. But I was looking for that Basel home kit, and I really should have gone and picked that Basel home kit up because that is a fairly nice kit. But I'll go and pick up a luminous yellow, bogey yellow slash mustard yellow slash mustard coloured kit, which is an alright kit. It wasn't the most common kit, so I thought, yeah, go and pick that up. Also go and pick up the FC Basel badge, and I think I may actually go and change that home kit actually now, after I've done recording this episode, just because I don't actually like it that much, thinking on second thoughts. So I may go and pick up the Basel kit, so I'm not too sure on that one. But we're going to go and put a squad around, waiting for this one to count down. I luckily actually picked this up at 550. The one previously, I think the one couple episodes ago, I picked up for 900 coin by now. So I've saved about 350 coins on that one. So that could go and buy a fitness card, so that's going to be pretty nice. So I'll wait for this to actually work. The market was kind of screwed up. I think I was doing this at the weekend, which I was kind of surprised about actually getting that for fairly cheap, because obviously there's higher demand, which may be because people may open more packs, because last week's team of the week was fairly decently. But we go into the first game with this squad, and the second game of the episode, and we come against a Serie A squad, and Aquilani here makes it 1-0 for him in the 13th minute. And I think this game was a fairly laggy game. I'm not too sure if it was this one, but we make it 1-1 here with Glunt cuts inside and mashes that into the top left hand corner to make it 1-1 in the 20th minute. You may have just seen a sign of lag there. Sometimes it was lagging and other times it wasn't, but Zalate straight from kickoff, stupidly my centre backs just seemed to always spread out. They leave that massive gap in the middle. That's what you got to watch out when you're playing 3 at the back. They don't just separate. But he made it 2-1, and then gets very, very jammy here with Rodrigo Palacio to make it 3-1. Unfortunately, I missed that header. I really thought I should have done better there. But he's gonna kick this out from Marchetti, who not big enough kick. You need it if you're going to kick it out, pass it out or smash it, because this is what happens. Your defense are unaware, heads back straight over to Shikwawi, and he's going to smash that in to make it 3-2. And then we're moving into the dying embers of the game. I'll go on to the attack, just trying to get the ball, and luckily we pick this ball up, and this is the time we go on the break. Shikwawi here, lovely touch there. Luckily Lucio is not strong enough to keep this player, and he gets very, very lucky there for that player to save it. And that is going to be a very annoying goal to concede if I was him, because that was just trickling in. His keeper had no chance, deflected off. His keeper may have saved it, but we got the draw. First points of this squad, which is very nice indeed. I really didn't want to lose that game. I think it was a fairly even game. As you can see there, he scored some annoying goals. That Palacio goal, he probably would have scored it if he didn't get the deflection. So I don't know, karma came, what goes around comes back around, and I got the deflection there to get the draw. So 3-3, I think it was a fairly fair result. He was a fairly decent player, I was a fairly decent player, not to blow my own trumpet, but as you can see there, I was definitely all over him in terms of formation, and the formation in terms of possession, and also the shots were fairly even as well. But guys, this is the end of the episode. We have now built the, I think it is the Raiffeisen SL League or Switzerland League. They seem to be doing fairly decent squad. But guys, this is the end of the episode. If you like this, remember to hit that like button. Also subscribe to stay tuned to this series, and also any feedback in the comments would be nice. Any criticism whatsoever, I'll take that on the heart. But guys, this is the end of the episode. This has been Quantity. Till next time, adios.